back to the Weird Booze Weekend. I'm your co-host, Derrick Belkin. Drinking with me is my other co-host, the everlasting
David Coon. And we have, as yet again, our another special guest.
Hey guys, I'm back again. It's me, Elliot.
So, Elliot.
Yes, Derrick.
Remember back in season 1 when we did Oktoberfest?
We did it in season 2, didn't we, as well?
We did.
We did, Oktoberfest. Hey, it's autumn.
It's autumn, it's September. The end of September, beginning of October becomes Oktoberfest!
Yeah, it does.
So we decided to get some interesting beers. Dave, a little bit on the company that made these because they're all from the same company.
Yes, so we chose a company that was making some really particularly interesting ones called Talking Cursive. And I'm going to pull them up here. Talking Cursive. They're a woman-owned, veteran-owned beer company out of Syracuse, New York, right around the corner from us. And it sounded very interesting what they had to offer.
I told Dave and Elliot we need beers that aren't your normal beer. Elliot
It is, in fact, the Weird Booze Weekend. So.
Yeah, as you proclaimed, the only wrong answer is Bud.
Not Bud. Blue. Blue Light is the only beer that I do not like.
So Dave found these, and they're all of an interesting flavor. Yeah. In fact, Dave, pull back up that rack.
Oh, yeah.
What is that first one?
So our first one of tonight is a sweet potato brown.
Ooh.
It's a brown ale, presumably with, let's see.
It does
say this. Light, crisp brown ale brewed with 100 pounds of sweet potatoes and a touch of fall spices.
That's what they call me at the end of karaoke night.
100 pounds sweet potatoes?
No, sweet potato brown. But yes, also 100 pounds.
Who let this potato sack in here? Elliot?
Yes?
Crack those.
All right. Well, I think we're having one each here, right?
Yep, one each.
Uno. Dos. Trois.
I love how this says at the bottom, yam beer.
Yam beer.
It is 5.7% alcohol, and 1 can is 1 pint.
Ooh.
That one can disappear.
How informative.
Yeah.
I'm just going to crack this guy open.
Crack it open. Pour it into the mug, gentlemen.
How much are we pouring out here for this initial?
This is the initial go, baby. I'm doing the whole thing. I want to see the head.
Much like a gynecologist in the birthing room.
Guys, give yours a whiff.
Yeah, I just did. It is.
No.
That is
I cheated a bit. I tasted a bit of the foam. But.
Yeah.
Like, my can still has some because my glass is like half head.
Yeah, I feel like I've had something similar to this. You know what? Actually, this smells a lot like the kind of pumpkin beers that you.
Well, they did say fall spices.
Yeah.
But this is sweet potato. Like, it looks thick. It looks like a stout.
Yeah.
Now, I am an avid beer drinker, and I have a tendency to go through phases of types of beer that I like.
Okay.
Yes.
They don't tend to be tied to anything, the phases of the moon or anything like that. But these days, I have been very much on a brown ale kick. So I'm pretty excited about this because we got ourselves a lovely little brown ale here.
Well,
which tends to be not quite as thick as a stout. It's characterized by a maltiness. So
I don't know if how well is picking it up in the camera, but this is...
Here we go. That's beautiful.
Like, this is not transparent at all. You cannot see.
No.
It's very opaque.
I can't see you. You can't see me.
You can see the microcavitation rising up along the edges of the glass too.
Gentlemen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Let's imbibe.
Cheers.
Prost.
Proust.
Yeah, sure.
Gesundheit.
That is thick.
Oh, yeah.
So this is not my style of beer. I'm going to be honest with you. It's not.
It's not as sweet as I was expecting.
Yeah, me too.
It's a really nice pint of brown bitter. I am tasting the yams.
Yep.
Yeah, the smell made me think it was going to be really sweet because it just...
Yeah.
It had a brown sugar, like cinnamon-y smell.
Well, it's got that nuttiness that's characteristic to brown ales. So
yeah.
I like this though. I could
like this
definitely
is
see myself knocking a couple of these back here.
Yeah, I think this is a lot for more than one. I think it is thick.
It is thick. It coats the top.
Mm.
Like with certain alcohols, you want to coat. This is going to take a while to wash out. This flavor. Well, it stays. It's like I have a glass of brandy and a fine cigar. Just let the aromas just cake your like.
Oh, this would go great with a cigar.
Oh yeah. Oh man, I could see that. Like
Talking business.
or preferably not. I talk too much business.
This is.
Well, and it is a trend, and I wish I could remember what they're called. I cannot, but I have been noticing that amongst craft breweries these days, an upcoming popular style of beer, and I cannot remember what they're called. They're thick like milkshakes almost. You get a lot of sours that are like that these days.
Sours are that thing.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
it's like a drinkable alcoholic sherbet, and it's really nice. And so this is kind of like a midpoint as far as like the thickness goes between one of those and like your kind of more traditional liquid lunch.
I have this sneaking suspicion that the last beer we'll be trying is going to be like that.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I hope it is.
Yes, me too.
But we got some more beers. We have to get some clean glasses, clean our palate. But more beers to come. Okay, beer number 2.
Yeah, beer number 2.
What do we got?
We've got an oompa band playing in the background, and we've got, this is Talking Cursive's Rhubarb Raspberry Pie. You guys lied to me. You said it was strawberry.
Dave told me it was strawberry.
The blurb on the back says it's the Rhubarb Raspberry Pie, 4.2% alcohol by volume. It's a fruited pastry sour. This might actually, I don't know what it's going to look like once I crack it open, but it might be similar to the beers that I was talking about before. This is our first kettle sour we envisioned, a raspberry rhubarb pie, just like Grandma won a blue ribbon at the state fair with every year.
What is a kettle sour?
It says, and the malts we've got pale 2-row, white wheat, and graham cracker crumbs included in the malting process.
Oh.
It's made with Cascade hops. For the best experience, we recommend serving this at 40 to 45 degrees in a unique glass. I don't know what a unique glass is.
Maybe it's that glass. That
It's
shows
probably
up
that glass that's on.
So the Stellar Artois glass.
Sure.
Do we have some?
No.
Do we have any of those? No. We're going to drink these out of
Steins.
big, meaty.
Big frosty mug.
It says enjoy fresh.
Oh my God.
Nice.
My Cam was very excited. Happens to all of us.
Ooh,
So this here
looks
has the
good.
look of apple like cider.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is definitely not one of those thick beers I was talking about.
It doesn't matter. The aroma. It smells so good. It smells so good.
Oh yeah, it smells like a sour. It's ooh.
It smells like a limbic almost.
Yeah, I think there's like I think limbic might be a type of sour.
I'll tell you exactly what it smells like.
Sure.
It smells like my next drink.
Ooh.
Oh, whoa, hold on. Hey.
I'm dust.
Prost.
Prost.
They got big mad because I got a quick taste beforehand.
Always forgiven.
That's
this
nice.
Is delicious.
That's a really tasty
It tastes
sour
like
beer.
a pie at the end.
So a lot of these, so if you're not familiar with sours, like a lot of sours can be actually very sour,
Mhm.
but a lot of them are just like kind of a nice sort of sipping sweet with like a little bit of a funk to them, and this is kind of the latter.
Yeah. It's you said it looked like a cider, and I gotta say the mouthfeel is very cider-like as well too. It doesn't really come off very beer-like in nature. There's some elements though.
But this is so fucking weird. Is first you sip it and you get that raspberry flavor. You get that sour. Then at the end, you get the graham crackery flavor. It's like biting into a fucking pie.
It's true they did a very good job.
Yeah.
With flavor.
It's nice. It's nice.
This is gonna be hard to beat.
As a dyed-in-the-wool mountain boy from West Virginia, I do love the inclusion of rhubarb in pretty much anything. So
The leaves are poisonous.
yes, they are. Hey, I just realized we color coordinated today, and we didn't even try.
That's true.
Wrong, wearing blue.
We're all psychic.
Something. No, I like this one. This was a good suggestion here. It's a great pick, Dave.
Yes. I'm not.
And again, it's what's funny was as I was pouring it into the glass, I thought it had a higher clarity, but if you take a look, I don't know how much you can get there, but it actually is. It is quite opaque.
Yes.
Yeah. It's like it's fresh cider, not like.
And I don't think that is sediment in the beer. I think that is much more. It's just if you take a real close look, it is just absolutely loaded with micro bubbles. So I think that's what's causing the occlusion in there. It's a very effervescent beer. They've got these really tiny.
True, yeah.
They've got these really tiny bubbles there. So I'm curious if these were. Oh, I'm gassy. So I'm curious if these were nitrogenated or carbonated.
Idea. But I found a few things here. First off, this is 4.2% alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
Second, one can is 1 pint. Third,
thanks, Derrick.
Established in Syracuse, New York, 2017.
Oh, excellent. Thanks. I was looking for that.
We were.
Contains lactose.
Oh,
that
might. I'm pretty sure
it's got
lactose
milk?
does. It has lactose, like you extract it from milk. I think
Milk sugar. It's
Belkin calls it the cloudy appearance.
Yeah, it's not milk that goes into it, but it is lactic acid is used as in part of the fermentation process.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there are in fact some beers that are not vegan friendly, as my vegan friends have pointed out to me many times. They always have to check. Oh, did you use milk byproduct? Can't drink that beer.
So this is not vegan friendly.
It's not vegan friendly, but it's Elliot friendly.
Okay, third beer.
Oh, I was still cracking these up.
That's okay. Keep going.
Make that take again.
No.
Okay.
It's up.
This is Oktoberfest. All rules apply.
It's Oktoberfest. We do one
The
take.
Germans are going to be so mad at us.
Good. So this one is Exoplanet.
Exoplanet.
It's watermelon, strawberry, dragon fruit, fruited sour.
Fun fact, do you know what an exoplanet is?
No.
It's a planet that is not tied to a stellar body. Probably was at one point, but it's just something, just a dark rock drifting through the cosmos. Maybe it'll enter our solar system. Maybe it'll collide with Jupiter.
Who knows?
Probably will.
But this here is 6.4% our alcohol per volume. Is this going to be the most alcohol content we had so far?
I think so. Yours, the last one was what?
4 something.
4.9.
And this one, I think it's about 5. Let me check. 5.7%.
This has the most
4.2.
alcohol tonight.
Yeah.
Also, heavily fruited ale with watermelon, strawberries, and dragon fruit. Drink cold, which is in my hand, and enjoy in or out of this world.
That's a nice touch there.
I
like it.
Also have here some facts about the brewing company. Talking Cursive Brewing Company is a woman-owned and veteran-owned brewery located in Syracuse, New York, which we mentioned. We believe that brewing is art, and every pint we pour is an invitation to be a part of a unique and evolving story. Our beers are crafted with passion and creativity, and each one has its own tale to tell.
I mean,
Come
that wasn't me
talk
putting my hand
cursive with us.
Come talk cursive.
100% New York malt.
Isn't that just speaking French?
100% New York State hops. So this is all New York. They are legit a grain-to-glass company, which to be so in New York State, 70% of your ingredients have to come from the state. This is 100%. If you want to...
100% going in my glass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to visit them, it's 301 Erie Boulevard West in Syracuse, New York.
Well, it's definitely the clearest beer that we pour tonight.
Yeah, I was not expecting this.
These cans are so excited.
Oh, yeah.
Just bursting at the seams.
Yeah. I like the art on this one. It's like a
Oh,
scribble.
Oh, Derrick. Oh, Derrick.
I'm a sad panda.
Derrick got too excited. It's okay. It happens to all of us.
My glass is wet.
Anyway, I like that they are on this like the little scribble planetoid.
It's a dark rock drifting through
great.
space.
Yeah,
it's an
exactly
exoplanet.
what it is. But
A dark rock drifting through space, alone in this universe.
I do have to say this is by far the weakest smelling. It's not as pungent as the other two.
I smell, man. I actually
I'm getting that watermelon.
Yeah.
smell the watermelon. I think if I remember correctly, what dragon fruit smells like. I think I'm getting that. It's right. We did that.
Yeah. The
Yeah,
search
that's
for
a-
dragon fruit.
Right. All right.
Gentlemen.
Cheers.
Prost.
Prost.
German things.
Doink. Ooh,
That
I
You're
like
is
it.
interesting.
nice.
That's got a nice minerality to it.
Oh,
It's
it's
light
strawberry.
on the tongue.
Yeah.
You're getting each fruit almost different.
Mhm.
Like, you're
Mhm.
getting them at different times, but they all are working together.
No, it's this I don't know if either of you do this. It's kind of a southern thing, but like sometimes you sprinkle a little salt on your watermelon before you eat it,
Yeah.
and it's got a little bit of that flavor going on in there.
Mm.
There's a mineral quality to it. It's giving it just this hint of salty savoriness to the fruit. That's a nice balance. This is probably my favorite of the three that we've drunk today. Yeah, I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Actually,
I like that a lot.
let's talk about the three.
Mm.
This is probably my favorite because it's out of this world. It's light on the tongue. You get the different flavors. You can pick them out. It's so fucking weird that you can do that. I think the strawberry one. The strawberry one was fun because it was like biting.
This is the
Raspberry.
strawberry. This is the strawberry.
The raspberry pie one.
Mhm.
It was like biting into a pie. You got the different flavors as it went back at different spots of the tongue. And then that sweet potato was just thick and it smelled sweet, but it was more savory than anything.
I did like that quite a bit.
All three of these taste like beer.
Beer.
Yeah.
They're all
Right.
very much beers.
They're all drinkable.
Yes.
Like I don't think we haven't really like had bad things to say about any of them really. I know the first one wasn't your style.
Yeah.
That is the lowest we ever got.
Well, let's see if we can get some lower. Elliot, you've tasted all three of these.
So it's interesting because when I'm going out for beers myself, this is kind of how I do it. I never repeat a can until I've tried everything that the bar has to offer.
Of course.
And the bars that I go to in Buffalo are beer bars. They tend to have 30 to 150 different beers on
So
them.
your tab at the end is expensive.
No, it's just I never really repeat a beer ever. So today has been similar to my usual beer drinking experience, where I go out and I want to sample lots of different flavors. Now, usually I'm enjoying them at a much slower pace than I am today, and I can sit there and reflect on the entire beer experience. But by and large, so at least for me, this hasn't been a particularly weird booze experience, but it's been a very pleasurable booze experience.
But we want some cocktails.
We do want some cocktails. I find the order that we did this in a little interesting because we went from like the heaviest to the lightest, and like that's kind of like the opposite of what you do in like gustatorial circles. You know, you start with the light flavors and move towards the heavy ones.
This was not.
But I'm glad. Yeah. No, and this is, but it's nice this way because it's like kind of cleansing my palate with each drink.
I have to say though, I actually think the order really, even in retrospect, made sense. It just doesn't make sense on paper because it ended up like the sweet potato. Like, yeah, this is what you expect. This is a beer. This is a true beer with a little bit of weirdness to it. And then we got into the sours and kind of devolved from that. And I think it worked out really, really nicely.
Wow. I just want 3 more different beers.
Well, we got the same, but
We got the same, but we can make beer cocktails. Chiladas, if you will. We're keeping it simple. We're gonna make a Boilermaker for Dave here,
All right.
using the sweet potato beer. We're gonna make a Boilermaker for myself, using the raspberry rhubarb beer, and we're going to make a Boilermaker for Derrick using the exoplanet.
I get the most alcohol.
And a traditional Boilermaker made with whiskey. But really, it's any kind of shot you want to drop in to accentuate the flavors of the beers. So for that sweet potato beer, I want to go with something spicy, with something dark, with something with a little bit of sweetness to it to bring out those nutty flavors and heighten the sweet experience. So Dave, you're going to be getting either a dark rum or a spiced rum, or maybe even an aged rum, whatever I've got back there. For the raspberry rhubarb, I'm feeling like a gin might be a good choice there, particularly if we've got a flavored gin of some kind. I don't know if we do or not.
I do not know. We might have a citrus forward gin back.
That would be delightful. I think those juniper berries coming forward into the already tart aspects of the raspberry and the rhubarb, I think that's going to really accentuate things. For this one,
Yes.
Oh goddamn.
This one, Derrick, we're getting you
I
drunk.
have an idea.
Oh, fuck.
I have an idea.
What's your idea?
I want to do tequila.
Tequila.
I feel like that was Elliot's idea.
It wasn't, but I like it. I like it. I was thinking rye. I was thinking
Oh
rye.
shit!
Really?
I was.
Interesting.
That
That is
is
an odd choice.
Yeah.
I think they would meld in a very unique manner. But I like your idea.
What we'll do for me then.
Or a mezcal. If we have a smoky mezcal.
We do have a mezcal.
We've got a mezcal.
This is what's going to happen, Joe.
Yeah.
I will split my beer 3 ways.
No.
I will do one of each.
Wild card.
So, gentlemen, you gotta do 2.
Yeah.
I gotta do 3.
Dave and I are just doing a Boilermaker.
Yeah, this is gonna be.
I'm gonna die.
Derrick's got a whole campaign.
Here's the thing. I don't know what's in these. Like, I know what they are, but I don't know the order.
Yeah,
Nice.
Elliot, you do, right?
I do.
Okay.
Do you want me to tell you, or do you want it to be
No.
a surprise?
No,
It's gonna be a surprise.
Okay.
Surprise him.
We put 1/3 of a shot in each of these. And
I will
then
tell you that each one is one is my suggestion, one is Dave's suggestion, one's Derrick's suggestion.
I didn't make a suggestion.
You did.
No. I made a suggestion to split into 3. Like 3 people arguing over a baby.
Cut it into thirds.
Yep. So, I'm going to grab the one closest to me. I'm going to cheers with that. This was a clear liquid.
Me, I'm making a Boilermaker out of some citrus gin with the rhubarb raspberry pie beer.
Yes. And I believe this is the spiced rum?
Yes, a little spiced rum into the yam beer.
Mhm.
And Derrick, do you want to know what is in each of these?
What am I tasting right now?
Right now, that is, I've already forgotten.
Oh, fun.
But there is, I believe that is the tequila.
Okay.
No, that's the mezcal.
This is mezcal.
Yeah, there's mezcal, there's tequila, and there is rye.
Redemption.
Redemption rye. But me, I'm going to throw this on in here.
Mine smells weird. I don't know if I'm going to like this.
All right.
You better.
Prost.
Prost.
Gross.
Happy Oktoberfest, you bastards. The Germans are going to hate us.
I can tell right now, mine, if this isn't mezcal, has a very oaky smell.
Oh.
Please do expand upon that.
Expand upon it because I have words.
Oh. No, that's like, so the gin kind of vanishes in this, but the effect remains. I'm not really tasting any gin, but it has altered the flavor profile of the beer entirely, bringing some more sweetness forward. I'm actually tasting more of that pie element now.
Good.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So for this, it's funny. So I taste the spiced part of the rum more so
The
than
spice part of the rum.
than the actual rum. I mean, like you can still detect that, but it's like it gets lost a lot, and it's just it actually really worked really well.
I mean, that's the ideal of a Boilermaker. You're making your beer boozier without making it taste like liquor. What's your thoughts, Derrick?
Derrick, I hate you. So that was mezcal.
I'm so curious.
It is so smoky that I can't get through it.
Oh, I fucking love that.
No.
I need to try this.
Oh my god, it's like fruity bacon.
No, it's
Oh, it's
terrible.
glorious.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it's not.
No, you just have poor taste.
No.
Finish
The can was delicious. This is delicious. That just gives me smoky oil.
it.
Over with it.
Finish
No,
it.
I have to try these.
Finish it.
I have to try these other ones. I don't know what's in this one. This is also a clear liquid. I'm assuming this is the tequila.
That is the tequila. Reposado tequila.
Better.
Derrick, you see, is afraid of flavor. He has nightmares of Guy
No.
Fieri every night.
Can be the flavor coach or flavor town.
Flavor.
But no, this here. So
How's that one taste, Derrick?
I'm getting more saltiness with this.
I
makes sense.
love it. I love it when Derrick says, "Pick a drink for me," because I get to be a sadist. It's wonderful. Love you, buddy.
It helps me know that I'm alive.
I'm gonna continue.
This
to enjoy
burns.
It.
By the way, this burns a little bit. You guys want to try this shit?
I do.
Fine.
I do. Yeah, okay. It's very muted. It kind of mutes everything.
It does, but there's a saltiness.
There is a saltiness. Yeah.
There is. I didn't expect that.
Like it brings forth
Right
the
here.
brine,
The brine.
which
So-
makes this last one.
So this
With
is
the rye.
This is gonna be weird.
It's gonna be great.
this is honestly the one I'm thinking might taste the best.
You really?
That's odd. So no, it's odd because a rye, I'm expecting that rye bite.
Mm.
It's not there.
No.
There is a sourness that's been brought out even more. It's like here's a punch of flavor, and there's just like,
Which
and
you're
I'm gonna
terrified
run
of.
away.
Which you're terrified of.
No, because the flavor is mostly that, and then it's like I'm gonna run away now. See you, bye. As it runs away further and further from me as this goes down my throat.
I'm so curious about this.
Yeah, no, have at it.
Look at
Dave.
I already tried that.
that. Oh, I like what that did.
Right? It's like really did kind of like pull it out. It's nice.
But you see what I mean?
I'm trying all this.
You ain't trying that? You ain't tasting that rye in there?
No.
Oh, man. I feel like that's very rye forward. It rounded it out and made it taste like an IPA.
Mm.
I took a sour and I made it taste like an IPA with like hints of vanilla.
good. I actually did. I actually poured a little.
Let me
bit
try
of
these
rye
other ones.
in my drink from before.
So this
Get in
is
there. That's the gin with the
That's the
straw.
gin.
With the,
I
Rhubarb raspberry
just tried
pie.
that. That's
Fuck.
excellent,
isn't that nice?
right?
Gosh,
That might be the best one.
did Elliot put the best drink in his own glass? Oh, I think
All
he
right.
did.
uh,
Actually, no, I really like this one. I like the yam with the rum in it.
Yeah, no, it worked.
I like the yam with the
It
rum
worked
a lot,
really
yeah.
well. It just, it kind of just makes it into.
it's like a
flavor.
coffee liqueur.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, actually,
Yeah.
It reminds me of the grind a little bit. That's weird.
I don't want to denigrate the brewery by any stroke. I loved your yam beer. I did. But they're not the yam. The sweet potato brown. Sweet potato brown. I loved it. But
It says
the
yam
notes.
beer.
it does say
yam
that too.
beer,
Yeah, you're welcome.
That's because Americans don't know the difference between yams and sweet potatoes, but they are in fact different tubers. But
Question then.
I liked it. I liked it on its own until I tasted this, and now I'm just like, oh, it was kind of bland before, but like just that little addition of like a little extra alcohol and some spice notes.
Yeah.
It's like a sweet potato pie now.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
like
I
a sweet
definitely see
potato
that.
pie.
Yeah.
It's like a Thanksgiving sweet potato pie.
So like there's kind of that earthy crustiness that gets mixed in there with that, from the rum. Yeah, okay.
It's a good time.
Okay.
Yes.
So we've all drank each other's shit now.
Yes.
Which
Phrasing,
one?
Derrick, phrasing.
Which
I've
one?
never drank anybody's shit. Thank you very much.
Fine. We all had each other's drinks.
There we
all
go.
6. Elliot, which one do you think best exemplifies the beer?
Oh, golly. I
This,
think it might be this one.
yeah,
That's nice.
This one made the beer that much more this beer.
And this was the choice that I was most confident about. The second I took the first sip of that can when we cracked them open, I was like, yes, I'm throwing some spiced rum into this.
I'm gonna say, I think that your gin raspberry pie is
Citrus,
the one I enjoyed the most.
citrus gin with rhubarb and raspberry.
Yeah, it was a black button citrus gin.
Yes.
I think,
Yes.
right?
Citrus Forward, which uses 30% less juniper berry to supplement in more citrus notes. Your grapefruits, sweet orange, bitter orange. Grapefruit by itself with the shy is what I get most forward.
Really, so I'm just getting a nice fruit salad now.
Yeah, it's very, very nice, very drinkable.
Yeah. Derrick?
For me, the one that best worked with the beer is Dave's.
Mm-hmm.
I think putting the spiced rum in there brought out what we were expecting out of the beer straight from the can.
But what have you enjoyed most of what you've drunk?
The one I enjoyed the most was what you did with Elliot. Because you get the raspberry pie with more citrus notes.
Meanwhile, I'm going back to this smoky monster because I actually enjoy it.
But if I were to go back to the 3 you made me, Elliot,
Yeah.
the mezcal one, too strong, too smoky, coats the mouth too much.
Mm.
The tequila one, the saltiness does help a little bit.
Mm.
And then you got the Redemption Rye, which just mutes everything.
Give me that rye again.
In there.
Out of the 3 I had, I'm going to pick the tequila one.
Okay.
Yeah, I think probably I would too, just based on that.
Because it does mute it.
All 3, I feel, have completely transformed the flavor of it.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
It's different. It's out of this world. It's cosmic, baby. Each one's different. We're just hopping from stone to stone.
Don't think about it, though. Give that a taste again.
Going
Not
jump to
thinking
this
about it.
stone inside this rocks glass.
It's nice. It's nice. That rye,
It is a thing.
it gives a roundness
I
to
will
the
say
sharpness of
this.
the sour.
After sipping further down the glass, I am getting more of the rye.
Yeah. It's nice in there.
Yeah. Well, gentlemen,
Yes.
is Oktoberfest over with yet?
I mean, it lasts for 2 whole weeks, so no.
Okay.
But sure,
Our little
our contribution to infuriate the Germans
You're welcome, Joe.
has come to a conclusion.
So, pick up whatever you got left. I'll take the middle one, I guess. This is the tequila. Raise them high because if it ain't weird,
It ain't worth it.
Long may she reign.
Think,
Clinky, clanky, clonk.
thinkity clonk. S A A F F F F E E E E T T T T Y Y Y. Safety. Dance. Do 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 do. It's been the weirdest attempt at a song. We're running out of ideas.
We can leave your friend behind.
Your friends don't dance, and if they don't dance, then we're no friends of mine. Derrick, can we dress you like a medieval dwarf and have you frolic around a maple?
Next time on Weird Booze Weekend, we drink St. George's Absinthe Verte.